Stop, don't fight. There is only one way to settle this, a BrickScore review. This is a review of the Captain America and Iron Man Lego compatible figures from TEMU. The box says LW building blocks, and these seem to be rip-offs or at least inspired by the official Lego figure sets. Figures, not minifigures, big difference. Our Iron Man here looks a lot like the Infinity Saga figure set number 76206 with some key differences which we will talk about later. In a similar vein, the Cap America fig seems to have been a little influenced by set number 76258, though with noted deviations. When looking at this set, you can be forgiven for thinking that it was official Lego. Okay, maybe that was a little too far. You can still definitely tell this is a knockoff. The print quality really gives it away. The set has great posability and playability. You can rotate all the ball joints and they mostly hold their positions just fine. They do squeak a lot when you move them though. I love how they did the elbows using pairs of hinge plates. Simple solution but allows a wide and stable range of motion. And the posing is indeed really stable. There aren't any loose pieces that can come popping off anytime.
Sounds like a lot of hoopla to me.
The broadsheet style instructions were not very intuitive. It showed pieces at an angle and then used these curved arrows to indicate that you rotate them and then snap them in place. There isn't a wide variety of color in the parts in this set, which made it difficult to find the piece you need during building. The stickers were not your typical Lego stickers, but instead, they used transparent ones. The good thing about these is that you don't have to worry about color matching the brick. The bad thing about them is they are fingerprint and dust magnet, so they never look as clean as regular stickers. The build took me about an hour and a half as a disabled builder. The edges of these bricks are quite sharp. I hurt my fingers just snapping them together. Most alt bricks have solved this problem but apparently not LW. Compared to the original, this set looks a little skinny, especially here around the torso. The original has flaps on the back but ours is bare. They also use a light brick which lights up the arc reactor. The one from Lego had an original SRP of $39.99, where this knockoff on TEMU is only $12.91. You won't be able to find it there anymore though. It disappeared from the store overnight, which is typical. I don't know who this guy is, but that's certainly not Steve Rogers or Captain America. The real Cap is out there somewhere wondering where his costume went, while this guy runs around in public wearing stolen underpants. Look at him with bright eyes. He has no idea what he is in for. While we are looking at his face, I've noticed that this part is entirely rounded. I think they just used the mold for Iron Man's head with a new plastic color and print. On the original, you can see that there is an indent. They carve out the shape for his eyes, which is a nice if inconsequential detail. Compared to Tony, Alt Cap here seems to have a better shaped torso. He even has abs. Most of these are stickers: the star, the abs, the belt which I definitely put on askew, the thighs, and the legs. The only prints are this face, the left and right sides of the chest. They have these armor lines and straps, but unfortunately they don't quite line up. The shield is also printed. Like Tony, Steve here is very poseable. Plenty of articulation points and it holds just fine. My only concern is the way the shins are attached. It is very easy to accidentally knock off. These studs don't have the clutch power to hold it together. Blue tack to the rescue. BrickScore alt tip: always have blue tack around when building alternative bricks. And while we are on the subject of bad design, I have to admit that I hate the shaping on this foot. It just plain looks bad. I also don't like their approach to this area. They stacked wedge plates to fill out this shape, but the gaps look odd. The feet on the original Iron Man and Captain America had the right idea using slope bricks instead. Cap won't be complete without his signature vibranium shield. As I mentioned earlier, this is printed, but this part in the middle is a round tile with a hole. They did that because the base part is red and it had studs in the middle that they couldn't print on. I don't understand why they chose a tile with a hole though. Could have just been a plain tile to cover it up properly. It also looks more like a regular metal shield that they had to rivet together instead of a vibranium shield forged by Howard Stark himself. It attaches to his left hand so you can pretend that he is deflecting enemy attacks. It can also attach to his back for storage. He can't quite reach it though, like a dog chasing his tail. These pair of buildable figures could be passable alternatives if you are unwilling or unable to buy the original Lego at full price. The rough edges of both the experience and the literal bricks make it hard for me to recommend this to anyone except for the most avid alt brick collectors. But hey, we all have our own rough edges. It doesn't mean we can't understand each other and find a way to coexist.
1 week later.
You got mail.
Wow, I must be some sort of brick whisperer. And if you enjoyed this video, check out more fun stuff on the channel. Might I suggest this one where we reviewed 2 mech dinos that also did not get along. See you there.